I tried to like the original plan. I thought we absolutely needed the money for the new fields, and I made that clear when we voted on making it surplus that night. And then we threw in entry-level housing, which caused me to have even more conflict. I listened to what the people were saying. I had a lot of sleepless nights trying to figure out what I was missing. When we had the last presentations, I was asking the questions. We had people saying the children won't be able to play, but I kept thinking, well, wouldn't they be able to play more if organized sports were moved to where they should actually be? You know, and actually leaving the park open for the neighborhood to actually go and use it, and not just having the organized sports there. You know, I was shown a map and was told that West Ferris is underserviced when it comes to green space. And yeah, it is, but not this part of West Ferris, but other parts. I live on Massey Drive, and that further end is actually the underserviced part. This area here, when we look on the map, I circled it when I sat down with some people. I said, well, look at all the parks here. My favorite part was when I was told that some people signed the petition because they were told that they were going to get another Manitou complex built there. Fear-mongering over entry-level home ownership, and I think unless you've been living under a rock, you know how I feel about that. I have to say that the original plan does make sense. If you look at it, you have brand new houses, assessment, new tax revenue, and a 2-acre park. It's a good logical plan if it was a parkland. I was never comfortable with it, but like I said, I thought we absolutely needed the money to be able to build the regulation-sized fields at the sports complex. And we do need these regulation-sized fields. The kids, the older kids will move there, the younger kids, excuse me, the younger kids will move to the other fields. I rarely use green space, let alone go outside, but I do understand the value of when it's gone, it's gone. Other communities in Canada are doing the opposite and are trying to create green space, and I heard that from Kevin Oshevsky on the radio, talking about Vancouver and Toronto and Montreal, the larger communities that have gone, I guess, to the extremes, and some are going as far as closing unnecessary roads to create that green space. I was asking somebody's advice on whether 13 houses would make a difference. Obviously the housing was the biggest thing for me. And they said, it's not going to hurt. But then they asked, has the city defined entry-level housing? And I said, no, we haven't. I don't trust that if the housing goes up that it'll be true entry-level housing. And I can't guarantee it. Nobody can guarantee that. It goes to a vote. We have to do that. And I do want to make sure that everyone knows that entry level is not social housing. It's not a Taj Mahal, but it's not a Taj Mahal. The single detached that sells for $250,000 plus this and that. It's something that working families and young couples can afford. Some of the houses that people, when they come in and start building, if they build their business here, these are the houses that they're actually looking for. I do want to say that if the park stays, that I do believe it needs to be revamped so that it'll actually get used by the, other than by organized sports. I do drive by Tweedsmuir at least 2 to 3 times a day and more, so within the last few months, trying to see who's using it, what kind of people are using it. And honestly, other than organized sports, other than people who were running by, people that were walking their dog or walking through it, I barely saw anybody using it. In fact, the place I see the most people in West Ferris are hanging out at the Wendy's Tim Hortons. That's the new hangout. Changes need to be made to it, and I've been assured that no matter what plan goes through tonight, that there will be neighborhood meetings to discuss how to better the park for better usage. This plan has continued to be watered down and has gone down from 20-some to 13 to 12 to 5 homes. It's to the point where I feel that instead of chalking this up to a mistake or a change of heart, that we need to put something, anything there, and I can't defend it, and no one has given me enough reason to defend it. On my part, there was a misunderstanding, and I know now that there are other avenues to fund the project, and I think we need to come up with an actual housing strategy to address the housing crisis, which includes defining entry-level home ownership. And at that point, I can't support this motion.